We start off with positivity, so hit the subscribe button if you are a fan of Garrett Dellinger. Yes, LSU picks up their first offensive line commit in the class of 2021 at a huge position of need. Dellinger out of the state of Michigan. I'm sorry, James Yoder, the captain of the Chat Sports ship, the biggest Michigan fan I know. LSU went into the Wolverines' backyard and picked up this can't-miss prospect. But here's the thing. He has a teammate, Rocco Spindler, who is a top 50 offensive guard. I love that name, Rocco. I really do. So LSU is also in the top 5 for Rocco. But I want you to read this quote here from Dellinger. And this just gives me chills. The biggest reason why he wanted to come to LSU is to compete against the best teams in the country. Alabama, Georgia, Auburn. And those are the kind of players you build championship teams around. So, obviously, LSU, no offensive line commits so far in this class, so they get a big position of need. Also, a lot of the elite tackles don't look to be going to LSU, so to finally get an offensive tackle in this class is huge. I want to throw it out to you. Who has been LSU's biggest class of 2021 commit thus far? Type GD for Garrett Dellinger. Type GN for the quarterback Garrett Nussmeier. How about Raesjon Davis, the highest ranked prospect? Type RD for him. Or if you don't think it's any of them, type other. I mean, there's JoJo Earle. There's Maason Smith. And I have to go with Dellinger for right now because LSU had such, not a weak, but a slim offensive line class last year with only getting one 4-star lineman. So I'm going to go with Garrett Dellinger, and James Craig in the offensive line can finally take that sigh of relief getting a huge offensive line prospect, and hopefully LSU will be able to build off of that. Now, I want to do this really quickly, all right? We're going to get to Caleb Williams in just a moment, but I'm going to give you 5 prospects that LSU is going to keep an eye out for and who you should keep an eye out for, 4 of which are from the state of Louisiana. So let's start off with the first out-of-state prospect, Tristan Leigh, a 5-star offensive lineman. As of right now, LSU has 0 5-stars, and it would be great to bring in this offensive tackle. Clemson and Penn State are still in the running, but LSU is starting to gain a little momentum to get this elite prospect. Now, this next guy, to me, is the biggest target for LSU. That is Maason Smith, a 5-star defensive tackle out of Houma, Louisiana. As far as his finalists are concerned, all SEC schools, such as Alabama. And LSU has been after Maason Smith from day one. They have recruited him harder than any other school. And to have a 5-star defensive tackle an hour away from campus, you know Ed Orgeron desperately wants him. And the biggest reason why Maason Smith, not only that he's an incredible prospect at 6'3", 300, he also has the capability of bringing the number 1 overall player, Corey Foreman, along with him. So they have been talking about playing with each other at the next level. So I think Maason Smith is LSU's biggest target. Let me know what you think in the comments. Now, Sage Ryan, a 4-star safety out of Lafayette. He's related to Kev Falk. He could play corner or safety or nickel. I think that's the biggest defensive back target left. And then you round off with 2 wide receivers here. Brian Thomas Jr. out of Walker and Chris Hilton out of Zachary. Thomas Jr. to me is a more important prospect because he's 6'4". The other receivers, Earle and Smith, are a little bit on the shorter side. So Hilton is also under 6 foot. So getting a bigger target will be huge for LSU. Now, we are going through a very weird time. Yes, we don't know what Caleb Williams is going to do, but, you know, there's also no college football. But you do need face masks, and I have a great deal for you right now. Go to chatsports.com chatsports.com/LSUmask. Once again, that is chatsports.com/LSUmask. And I've got a great deal for you. You can get 3 of these bad boys for $25, and only one of them costs $15. So make sure you check that out. I also got a great deal on shirts coming for you a little bit later, but chatsports.com/LSUmask. Now finally, the Caleb Williams saga is getting ready to come to an end, folks. The final 3 schools will be announced on July 4th. It is between LSU, Oklahoma, and Maryland. So, Caleb Williams, he's in Washington, D.C., so Maryland because of proximity. But Oklahoma is the clear favorite. LSU's already got a quarterback commit in this class in Garrett Nussmeier. And to me, it would be nice to have a top 5 overall prospect. And also, he plays the most important position in all of college sports. So, I would love to have Caleb Williams, but we also got to start being rational about this. He's probably going to Oklahoma. All the tea leaves say Oklahoma right now. So, I'm sorry to say it. It might be time to move on from Caleb Williams, but I'm also going to be positive. I'm not counting out Steve Ensminger in this LSU offense just yet. So, here's the thing. You look at his numbers, they're ridiculous, all right? But LSU not only has Garrett Nussmeier for this year, they also have Walker Howard, who just committed for the class of 2022, and LSU still has Max Johnson and TJ Finley, so they're kind of set at the quarterback position, but it goes without saying, really, that Caleb Williams is a way higher rated prospect than any of them. Now, we're going to throw this audience question out one more time. Do you believe Caleb Williams is committing to LSU? Type Y for yes, type N for no, and of course, I'm going to go with no. Now look, you know you want to subscribe to Chat Sports, right? You know you want to keep up with all our content, and I look at the page. I'm looking at it right now. Our subscriber count is doing pretty ridiculous, over 180K. LSU fans, we need to get this up to 190K. Come on, let's go. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and you will never miss one of my LSU videos. So give me that Go Tigers in the comments, and subscribe. Anyway, I'm stumbling because I feel so bad about this next story. Kind of came out of nowhere. Marcel Brooks, former 5-star, true freshman contributor to the national championship team, he's transferring. Or he's putting his name into the transfer portal. It's not out of the question yet that he comes back to LSU, but normally that means the player is gone. And a lot of people are shocked because Ed Orgeron has been pumping up Brooks this offseason. You saw what he did last year as a situational pass rusher, 8 tackles, 1.5 sacks. A lot of positive energy when he's on the field. But there is a new sheriff in town on the defensive side of the ball in Bo Pelini. Now, it's not just that Bo Pelini is the new defensive coordinator. He's also the new position coach. And as a player, you spend more time with your position coach than anyone else on the staff. So I think that plays a role into it. Also, LSU is shifting from a 3-4 to a 4-3. So for those out there saying, well, LSU lost all these linebackers and Marcel Brooks should come in and compete, well, he was an outside linebacker pass rusher in a 3-4, and now LSU's going to run a 4-3. It's kind of a different position. Some people even think Marcel Brooks should be a safety. He's kind of a tweener. And still, LSU's got a loaded linebacker room. Now, it's not the best news. LSU also lost Cameron Jackson to Memphis recently for the class of 2020. So players are going to be moving around. It's very uncertain times right now. But I wouldn't also panic that Marcel Brooks is gone because the linebacker room is still pretty good. You got Jabril Cox, who's probably going to be your starter and signal caller, the transfer from North Dakota State, and Damon Clark, who also contributed last year to the national championship team. And that final linebacker spot, I will shock you and pick Devonta Lee, even though last year he was playing wide receiver. So I see those three as the starters. And then after that, you have the Ray Thorntons, some Micah Baskervilles of the world. And don't forget about the freshmen, Josh White, Phillip Webb, Antoine Sampa, who was a former 5-star recruit. But I'm just going to throw this out because I'm a big believer in trying people at new positions. Why not Torrey Carter? This guy's a headhunter on kickoff team. He would have to lose a little bit of weight, but he's very fast and he hits really hard. And I know he plays fullback, but, LSU doesn't really use a fullback anymore. Why not try him out on defense? This guy is a killer. So, I don't know. I know it's bad news, but I'm always about being creative and trying people at new positions. So, here's the thing. You can follow me on social media at Carter the Power, all right? I am LSU all the time. I'm also sports collecting as well, so check me out at Carter the Power. And, of course, I respond to all your comments and social media messages. But I want to tell you about these shirts, okay? chatsports.com/LSU shirt. You can get some crazy national championship shirts right now for under $15. All you have to do, chatsports.com/LSU shirt. Maybe a late Father's Day gift could be in there. Don't forget about the mask. Don't forget about the shirts. That's chatsports.com/LSU mask and chatsports.com/LSU shirt. So get that there for under $15. Now, we're going to end things off here with Ja Eugene Jr., okay? Do you remember Ja Eugene, a defensive back at LSU who had some ups and some downs? He has a son that is a baller. He is a quarterback at Destrehan High School as a sophomore, a left-hander, dual-threat quarterback who can also play defensive back like his dad. This kid is one heck of an athlete. And you think of Destrehan High School and you think of LSU football. You got John Emery Jr., you have the Jefferson brothers, Jordan, Ricky, and of course Justin from last year. So Destrehan has been a gold mine. And yes, Ja Eugene Jr. is the class of 2023. But I don't know. I love LSU legacies. That's why I like Walker Howard, because it does remind you of Jamie Howard. And the list goes on for LSU legacies. So yes, I really hope Ja Eugene Jr. ends up being an LSU Tiger. But if he wants to play quarterback, it's still a crowded room. Once again, Nussmeier in 2021, Howard in 2022, Arch Manning and Eli Holstein, class of 2023. Ja Eugene Jr. is also class of 2023. So it's loaded. The position is loaded in the state of Louisiana and nationwide. And LSU, of course, is now a big-time quarterback school. Boom! How about this video? Subscribe, okay? Don't ever miss any of our content. LSU fans, this is the best channel for LSU videos. So smash that subscribe button, ring the bell. Once again, Carter the Power on all social medias. Let's have a discussion in the comment section below.